off our series on the changing face of Wilmington is Wilmington Commerce Director Janice Traynor. Janice, thanks a lot for being with us.
Thank you.
You've been with the city for a few years, 9 years, and I would imagine you've seen a lot of changes taking place in the city, a lot of development, office buildings, the restaurants, the banks, the sort of things that have moved in. Let's talk a little bit about development in Wilmington. Where are we going as opposed to where we are now?
Well, Peggy, you're right. I have certainly seen Wilmington really become a city on the move. And we have developed a reputation nationwide for a city that's really a city for developers to come to and really build. Mm-hmm. About 5 years ago, the McLaughlin administration took a very aggressive attitude towards development. We got the Hercules Corporation to build here. That sent a signal out to the business community that we were serious about developing downtown. And since then, I've had all kinds of buildings going up, and it's just been a great experience.
Mm-hmm. What about small businesses in the city? Are we seeing more small businesses coming in to the city, building?
Yeah, there's been a lot of press and media about all the big, tall office buildings and all the New York banks coming here. But that has really just served as a base for all the small businesses that you need to support the big business. Mm-hmm. These small businesses are not only operating within downtown, but also within the neighborhoods. We have small neighborhood shopping centers like the 4th and Adams Street project that Leon Weiner's building, where we're going to actually see services offered to a neighborhood in the form of a shopping center.
Mm-hmm. In the Trolley Square area, that's pretty popular too.
That's right. In the Trolley Square area, we've not only seen major retail development, but an awful lot of residential rehab. And when you talk to the homeowners around there, where do they work? They work in downtown Wilmington. They want to be close. They see it as a vibrant city. It's no longer, oh boy, I just want to go out to the suburbs 5 o'clock. It's I want to be a part of this. And it's just a really good feeling that Wilmingtonians really like Wilmington.
Mm-hmm. And the Christina Gateway, that is something that's new, and I know with the MV Christina, that new cruiser making its move in here, I believe in the springtime, that's going to do a great deal for, I would imagine, attracting tourism into the city.
Sure.
And well, for the city residents, something for them to do on a Friday and Saturday night, take a cruise down the Christina.
Sure.
Delaware rivers.
We've seen the Hercules building and the anchor that's provided for the Brandywine Gateway. And in the last few years, we've directed our attention to the Christina Gateway. The Radisson was there, American Life Insurance Company's building, and we're stretching that all the way down to the waterfront. Beneficial Corporation is building their major headquarters there. And as you mentioned, when we have excursion vessels like the MV Christina coming in and bringing people down to the waterfront, I think that within 5 years, you're going to see the Christina Gateway looking very much different than it looks today.
Mm-hmm. Are we ever going to see the Christina Gateway looking sort of like the Inner Harbor in Baltimore?
We certainly hope so. We really think that we have a waterfront that can be capitalized on, and like other American cities our size, you don't have to be as big as Baltimore to make it happen. People like the water. They're attracted to it. Not only developers, but people want to get down there. They want to shop down there. They want to work down there. They want to live down there. And I think we're going to see it happen.
Do we have a shortage of space at all anywhere in the downtown area? Let's say if a few more banks want to move in here. Do we have plenty of room for them?
Believe me, Peggy, we have plenty of room. Anybody that wants to come to Wilmington, we'll be glad to accommodate them.
What are some of the services, or I guess some of the needs that city residents would like to see more of? I guess maybe supermarkets, small grocery stores. Mm-hmm. Do you ever hear people saying, gee, I'd like to see this in the city more?
Sure. We spend time in different neighborhoods trying to analyze what their specific needs are. The Union Street area has seen a great resurgence in retail. We also think it's very important for us to be able to service the many, many people that work downtown. Mm-hmm. Barbara Coscarello is going to be speaking with you, and I think that she can talk to you about the downtown retail situation. Mm-hmm. We want to make sure that people are going to be living downtown. The Mullins building's being renovated into 42 luxury apartments. The University of Delaware is going to be downtown. All of those things, not only do they want to shop, go to a restaurant. They want to be able to take a class. They want to be able to live there. So when you talk about the changing face of downtown, it's just not the brand new Hercules building. It's all of these other things all combined.
And I would imagine with more industry and small businesses making a move into the city, there's going to be a need for more housing, and that's going to mean more construction.
That's right. All of this means jobs for a lot of people. When you're in a declining economy, you develop a lot of social problems. People don't have work. We're not having that problem right now in Wilmington. Certainly, I'm sure there are cases where people are having problems, but I think the overall feeling is that we're on our way up. We have had a very strong mayor who has really provided leadership, and the private sector has joined with him to make Wilmington a new city. And I think that Mayor-elect Frawley will come in and carry on that tradition.
Wilmington's sort of been tagged a white-collar corporate city, and you think of all this industry and these banks coming in here. You look at the value, the property value, real estate value of homes in the area have skyrocketed. Do you see a problem maybe for just the average, typical middle-income person trying to live in the city, trying to find a house that they can afford?
I think that there's still housing available, and I think that the kind of jobs we've brought in, when you talk about, let's say, at Chase Manhattan, when they came down from New York, while they have many hundreds of people that work for them in Wilmington, only 12 of those people came from New York initially, and now they only have 6 of those New Yorkers here. They're hiring local people, and they're not hiring people who are engineers or accountants. They're hiring clerical people who can enter at a relatively low level and work within the organization. So many of the white-collar jobs, albeit they office jobs, don't take a great deal of skill.
Okay.
We also have spent a considerable amount of time trying to improve our industrial sector. The Port of Wilmington alone is responsible for close to 2,000 jobs are related to the cargo crossing the docks, and those jobs are blue-collar jobs.
Okay, well, we're running out of some time here, but Janice, before I go, as you well know, Janice is leaving the city of Wilmington as Commerce Director. I think you've done a wonderful job in the time that you served, and I wish you the best.
Thank you so much,
Happy New
Peggy.
Year to Merry Christmas. Well, Merry Christmas first, Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. And we come back, Bob will be talking to a lady who's trying to get the 200th anniversary of the Delaware Constitution organized. We'll see you.